Good evening, Brian. It's Tuesday. So I hope you're doing well. I liked your video yesterday talking about the Nintendo NX. I'm also very excited about it. I need to research a little bit more about it and see what all the things about it are going to be, but I am very excited. I'm wondering, though, if it really is going to be equally a home console and a mobile console, or if it's mostly going to be one or the other. From what I've heard, it sounds like it's mostly going to be a mobile console, but we'll have to see. I need to do some research on that. So today's video might be a little bit different than normal. I've just finished reading Paper Towns, which is by John Green, one half of the Vlogbrothers, and I just feel like I have to talk about it a little bit. First off, it's a really great book. I really would recommend you read it. I am a little bit biased because it is John Green, but I do think that it's a very good book in general, and one that's important. But it was just really good, and I'm really glad I read it. One of the things the book talks about, and I feel like one of the main points of the book, is that it's impossible to know what another person is feeling or thinking or experiencing, or what their life is like, what their experience of being, of living, of moving through their life and going through time, what their entire experience is like. It's impossible for us to know that about another person. The book talks a lot about our assumptions and about how we often think that we know what another person is like, but we really are just projecting things on them and thinking things about them and building them up in our mind and sort of developing this entire character that we place over them, but that doesn't always necessarily match who they really are. And it just really made an impact on me. I think that's so true. We can't know what it's like to be another person. We can't know what they experience or what they feel, what their thoughts and hopes and dreams are. It's impossible for us. When I pass someone down the street, they're a character in the story that is centered on me. I am the protagonist of my existence, and everyone else in the world that I encounter often is just an extra or just another character in there. If there is an interaction, if they do play a part in my life, it is them playing a part in my life and not two people who have entirely independent lives and existences and experiences bumping up into each other, but in fact it is perceived as, they're something in my life. Things happen to me. And I feel like we all probably feel this to varying extents, but it's something that it's easy for us to lose track of and forget that that's how we're seeing things. And with, all of the terrible, horrible things that seem to be going on, especially lately, people just seeming to lose all empathy. People seem to not be considerate about other people. People seem to not think about or even care about the way that their decisions affect other people. People act as if other people are worth less than they are or are valued less than they are. I just think it's so important that all of us, all of the time, keep in mind that as rich and experiential and full and wonderful as we feel our experiences are, every other human in the world is living just as legitimate and rich and experiential and fulfilling of an experience of their life. I just feel like we often tend to think of ourselves as the protagonist in our story, and that we are the center of our existence and that other people are only players and only characters in our lives. And we need to remember that everyone has just as real of an experience and of a life and hopes and dreams and desires and feelings and wants and needs and fears as we all have. We're all humans, and I think that if we all kept that in mind a little more, the world would be a much better place. I'll see you tomorrow, Brian.